Check the settings. Can't believe I've been speaking for the last 10 minutes with the microphone on mute. What a turkey, but never mind.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either, but I do now.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not far off kick-off now. Both teams go into their respective halves. Two captains are in the middle. Leeds United with Medley in goal, Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, Fairpo, Tanaka, Rothwell, James, Aronson, Solomon and Q.P.R unchanged from the midweek game. Q.P.R with Nardi in goal, Dunn, Cook, Fox, Pal, Colback, Edwards, Smith, Anderson, Saito and Frey. You're growling at me, doggy. Yeah?
I'll take him out, not him.
Yeah. He planted you.
Yeah. But not all, because I need to plant there all.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wait a minute. Just put this.
Thanks to everyone who's joined us so far. We're only a couple of minutes away from kick-off, but if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button. It just helps the channel with the YouTube algorithm, just helps us to grow that a little bit more and just enables us to be able to keep producing content that we do. Leeds just in the huddle, the usual huddles now. I don't know what they say in these huddles that hasn't already been said, but there we go. Both teams will be doing it.
Wait.
Tim Robinson, the referee.
Wait sa lagi. Oh. Can I watch daddy? Wait sa, ha? Wait sa, mommy.
You can get involved in the chat, in the live chat if you want to. If you've got any comments on the game, or just if you want to put in a score prediction, let us know what you think. Leeds are going to kick off this first half, kicking from left to right. It's a lovely day in London there. The sun's out. I don't know if it's warm or not, but it looks warm.
It's cold here.
And away we go. And Fairpo has the ball. And Strauch plays it to halfway, but it's cut out. And Q.P.R have possession. Ball's going backwards. Comes all the way across to the left. It was a bit of a look there for Pal. He flicked the ball in the air. I thought it was going to be taken off him, but it wasn't. He managed to get round his Aronson, I think it might have been.
Wait a minute.
Leeds working hard in midfield, win the ball back. Then James gets into midfield to Q.P.R. Q.P.R lays it in for James. He's got a chance to control the ball on the byline, on the edge of the box. He's got two in front of him. He comes in on his right foot and puts a cross into the back post. It's a good one as well. It goes all the way through to Manor Solomon. He can retrieve it and brings it back to the edge of the area. It's Rothwell lays it back to Strauch. Gives it back to Tanaka. Tanaka's going to come to the right. It's Bogle. Bogle's got a chance to cross one. It's a good cross as well. And it's flicked away at the back post, and it needed to be as well because Q.P.R was there waiting to head it in. It's a good start from Leeds. It's a corner. James and Bogle got in down that right-hand side twice in the first couple of minutes. That's a good sign for Leeds. It's probably Rothwell at the far side there. He's going to take this right-footed in-swing. In it comes now. It's a near-post one that's flicked on. It's headed away on the 6-yard box. And it's humped right down the pitch all the way to Medley here with a couple of bounces. Underarm to Joe Rodon on the right-hand side. Tanaka comes short for it, but it goes across to Strauch. Strauch's going to give it back to Rodon. No, he gives it to Tanaka, who's slightly forward. Bogle inside to Aronson. Aronson turns into the halfway line. Lays it into... It was Q.P.R give it away, but he's retrieved it again. Bogle has it back. Plays one into the box. Oh, it's a good run by Aronson in that inside right position. Well defended by the Q.P.R defence there. Just shielded Aronson from getting to the ball and let it run through to Nardi. Leeds certainly starting on the front foot. Ball goes long, but it's headed away by Fairpo. Q.P.R have it in the centre circle, spread out to the left-hand side. That'll be Parl again. Turns and gives it in. Inside to Colback. Is that? It's Tanaka who's Aronson who's hassling him. He manages to get the ball back. Back to the defence, back to Parl again. Left-footed down the line there. It's going to run out though. It's going to run all the way out for a goal kick to Leeds. Too far for Frey to get there. Frey's just telling his midfielders where he wants the ball. He doesn't want it in the corners there. He wants to run down the channels, inside left, inside right. Goal kick to Leeds going to be taken by Strauch. He gives it to Meslier. Mellier's going to go long. Up it goes. Dan James is not going to win them. I don't know why they keep putting those goal kicks to Dan James, because he's only 5 foot on a peanut. He's not going to win those headers. Meslier has the ball again, gives it to Strauch. Strauch goes across to Fairpo on the far side. He comes inside. It's dummied by Manor Solomon, but no Leeds player read that, and it's back with the centre-backs of Q.P.R. Fairpo heads one out that's played long. It's kept in though. Played forward by Q.P.R. A couple of bounces back through to Meslier. Tanaka comes away with the ball to Bogle on the right, just before the halfway line. He has to go back to Rodon. Goes across to Strauch. Back to Rodon. Plays it inside to Aronson. Aronson can turn and thread a ball through to Pirro. It was just behind him. It's cut out by Cook. Parl again. Goes all the way to Nardi. A bit of a sliced clearance. It's high. Frey's beaten to it by Strauch. Solomon plays it down the line. Wins the ball to Solomon. Is barged over and the referee's going to give a free kick. Smith who's given that free kick away. Smith's still complaining about that, but Leeds have taken the free kick already, and Bogle on the right-hand side has got a bit of space. Puts his cross in, it hits the defender. It's put in again by James and then cleared away. Tanaka's going to bring it down, but Frey's right on his back. Manages to hold him off. Well played by Tanaka. Still battling for it. Leeds are certainly battling away. Frey's trying to get in there. It's Tanaka still working hard and wins the throw. Goes all the way back to Rodon. Cross to the left to Strauch. Inside to Rothwell. Back to Strauch, who's wandered forward. Solomon comes inside, gives it back to Rothwell. Just short of the halfway line. Tanaka back to Rothwell. Rothwell then spreads it wide to Rodon. Rodon gives it to Bogle, hugging the touchline, halfway inside the Q.P.R half, but they've got a toe in there. But Leeds pick the ball back up again. Tanaka. Rodon. Strauch on the left, going forward. He's looking for Fairpo, but he's played it too hard in front of him, and Fairpo couldn't get there, and it goes out for a throw. Pretty easy pass that Strauch overhit, and that's poor by Strauch. I'm waiting for the throw to be taken. There's a bit of a delay. over on the far side, halfway inside the Q.P.R right-hand side. Stunner's going to take it. It's a long throw over halfway. I think it was aimed at Frey. Frey got his foot to it, but it goes out for a throw to Leeds. It's taken quickly by Leeds. Aimed at P.R. It's headed away. Throw to be taken by Fairpo. Just inside the Q.P.R half. It's chested on by Aronson, but he was under a lot of pressure. James tries to put Powell under pressure. Bogle wins the header on halfway. Aronson plays the ball inside. It comes again. It's a shot from P.R. outside the box. It's too high. He hits it over the top of the bar. It just came back to him. It was a rebound, and he thought, I'm going to hit this from outside the area. Bit of a dip on it might have helped. Just over the bar. Goal kick's taken short to the far side. Solomon's putting pressure on the fullback. Closes him down, and the ball goes out off Manor Solomon for a throw. It's taken quickly. It's nowhere near where it should have been from, and the ref pulls it back and says, off you go, pal, back 10 yards at least. Throw back to be taken from where it should have been. Comes in, Strauch is beaten to the ball. Fairpo heads it back on. Aronson battling for it. There's a foul there by Fowler offside, one of the two. Was it a foul on Rodon or was it offside? Well, whatever it is, it's a free kick to Leeds. Rothwell was going to take it quickly, but decides better of it and leaves it to Strauch. It's taken short, goes back to Strauch. Fairpo goes over, but he's got the better of his man. And then is fouled a second time, and the referee gives the free kick on halfway over on the far side, the Leeds left. Rothwell comes short for it, plays it inside. It was aimed at Fairpo, but trying to take the ball on the 10, couldn't do so. Q.P.R filtered the ball back to Nardi, who drills it long. Free kick given to Leeds on the halfway line. Strauch went to make the header. Frey had his foot up high. The referee gives the free kick. Goes all the way back to Meslier. Meslier plays out to the left. Inside to Rothwell. Being held is Rothwell. I think the referee said play on, but it was being pulled back, but Meslier drives it long. P.R. goes up for it, doesn't win it. Tanaka flicks it on. Strauch helps it to Solomon. The ball's played out. Edwards got his toe in. It's a throw to Leeds. P.R. now. Gives it to Manor Solomon. He goes back to the halfway line. Joe Rodon gives it Pascal Strauch. He rolled one to Manor Solomon and it was cut out. It was another telegraphed pass by Strauch. It's cleared up by Rothwell though, and he gets it to Bogle on the right. He gives it to Dan James, who hasn't seen much of the ball this last 5 minutes. Plays it inside, goes for a 1-2 with Aronson, doesn't get it. Ball's played through to Frey. He tries to play out to the left-hand side to Powell, but it was just a bit too hard and they didn't keep it in. Throw to Leeds was taken quickly to Rothwell, to Tanaka in the centre circle. Strauch. Tanaka has the ball again. Q.P.R sitting deep, allowing Leeds to have plenty of possession. Manor Solomon has it now. Gets the corner as he tries to hook the ball back. I think it was gone off Edwards. No, it was done. Corner on the left-hand side again. Rothwell's going to go across and take it. Taken short to Solomon. Crossed, near post header, away by Frey. Goes out for a throw. Solomon's going to take it. Or is he? No, he's going to leave it for Fairpaw. Fairpaw long and back to Strauch. Strauch comes across to Tanaka. Gives it back to Strauch. Played into Solomon. He tries to get P.R in, but it's cleared. Leeds pick the ball up again on halfway turn and kind of instigate another attack through Tanaka, who tries to ball through to Manor Solomon in inside left position, but it's too much pace on it. It whips past him and goes out for a goal kick. Q.P.R just going to take the time with these goal kicks just to take some of the sting out of their play, just to slow things down a bit. Because it went out on the right hand side, but they take the goal kick all the way to the left. Leeds putting the squeeze on, but the ball's played forward to the halfway line. Rodon wins the header. It's played again. Bogle. It's cleared away. Tanaka. Frey has it now. Q.P.R just on the edge of the box. Solomon has it, and he's lost it. The ball's going to go out close to the corner flag for a throw to Leeds, but it's deep in the left-hand side. 67% possession for Leeds so far, so they are dominating the play without really having created too much so far, but it's only 15 minutes gone, plenty of time. Patience is the key for Leeds. Fairpaw goes long down the line, looking for P.R, but he's beaten to it. Leeds squeezing up. Fairpaw doing his full-back job. Puts the ball out. Frey was there looking for it. All the big men coming forward. I've got a feeling this is going to be a long throw. And it is, because they're all retreating into the box. It's going to be Smith with this one, over on the far side. And it comes, it's not that long. Didn't even get to the 6-yard box. It's nodded away by P.R, but it goes back out to Smith. He puts his cross in now. It's a good one onto the 6-yard box. Rodon clears it. His first header went down and came straight back to him. He was lucky with that one. Sato now to the edge of the box, but Aronson picks that ball, but he's given it away to Sato. And Sato smashed it into the back of the net after Aronson gives the ball away on the inside left position. And Q.P.R take the lead, and that was poor by Aronson. And it was a good strike, got to say. Poor start for Leeds. You've got to question Aronson's decision there. He has the ball initially, he plays it into the middle. Sato plays it to Aronson, and then he just lays the ball back into Sato's path again. With his right foot, he hits a nice curling shot into the far corner. Melia didn't have a chance. And who was Aronson looking for? Who was Aronson playing that to? That's poor by Aronson. Tanaka again under pressure now. That'll give a Q.P.R a bit of a boost, and they've given the ball away again of Leeds by Rodon. Rhodes can Frey keep it in? Well, he slides in and stops the ball going up for a goal kick, but it's a throw to Leeds, but it's right on the right-hand corner flag, and they've got a chance to squeeze Leeds in the position and win the ball back again if they can. Sato has the ball again, trying to cut inside from that left-hand side on his right foot. Ball's recycled to the halfway line. Aronson closes the ball down at the expense of a throw, and then the pitcher goes and freezes. Ball's spread out to the right-hand side, but it's about 30 yards above the player it was meant to be, and goes into the top tier of the stand for a throw to Leeds. Hey Sai is watching host. Have a good live stream. Thank you, Hey Sai. You've clicked and liked. That's great. Really appreciate that. As Leeds try to get back into this game quickly, Dan James cuts inside. Got Bogle in support, but tries to play it inside. Aronson gives it to Bogle. Bogle being forced backwards. Gets it into midfield where there's a bit of space for Strauch. He plays it inside. Solomon gives it to Fairpo. Fairpo's cross is poor. It don't get more than 10 yards in front of him. It's along the ground and cleared away for a throw to Leeds. Fairpo's going to take this throw. It's not going to be a long one. Goes inside looking for Aronson, but he's beaten to it and it's cleared away, and there's a free kick given on Frey. Strauch commits the foul. "20 minutes gone, not the start that Leeds were looking for." Nardi's going to take this one long, high and long. Fairpo wins the header, goes forward. It's helped on by Q.P.R down the left-hand side. He's not going to make that. He's working hard, but the ball's being played all the way back to Nardi. And then he drives it long down the middle. It's Strauch and Frey battling for it, but Rodon comes away with it, gets out to Solomon, gets inside, but he's got 4 people around him. And it was hacked down there. That's got to be a booking as that, and it is a booking. It's done. Can't have any complaints about that. He really sized Solomon down there. He had 3 round him. I mean, that's an awful foul. I mean, the ball was 2 yards in front of him. He just went to hack him down. I think Strauch's just pointing that out to the referee as well. That was a poor challenge. Leeds take it quickly. Rothwell has it. Fairpo. Back to Strauch. Comes across to the right-hand side to Rodon. Rodon gives it to James. Dan James comes inside. Saito gets a toe in. Goes back to Rodon on the halfway. Strauch goes to the right-hand side, looking for the run of Bogle. But Powell cleared it. The ball's going to come into the corner flag for Bogle. Bogle gets round Powell, pulls it into the box. It's a good cross by Bogle, and it's played away to the right-hand side, close to the corner flag. Throw to Leeds. Leeds putting a bit of pressure on now. Bogle battling with Powell again. Gets the corner. Rothwell coming across to take it from the right-hand side this time. Leeds not known for scoring from set pieces, but they could do with one here. A lot of holding and pushing going on. I mean, the referee's got to stop that. He is going to stop that and have a word with them. I mean, it was Cook who was marking Strout, I think, and he had hold of his shirt before the ball had even been kicked. Why does the referee tell them just blow it for a penalty? They know the rules. Corner's poor. It's cleared away at the near post. Bogle picks it up, gives it to Rothwell, but it's gone all the way to Frey. He leaves it to Powell. Anderson going across. There's out to the right-hand side. Is that Dunn? Dunn's pass is sliced out. Did it take a deflection off a Leeds player? No, it didn't. It's a throw to Leeds. Fairpo will take it eventually. Thanks to Simply Joy for joining the channel. Hope you're well, Simply Joy. Thanks for supporting us. Leeds still seeing plenty of the ball. Rodon. Q.P.R, as we probably expected, getting plenty of men behind the ball. And Leeds found it difficult to get down the outside with James and Manor Solomon. We haven't seen a great deal of the ball. There's no width in the game so far. It's back in the middle again with Rodon. Gives it to Tanaka. Goes out to Dan James. Hugging that touchline. Got a chance to attack the byline, and he does so. Gets his crossing. Goes out for a corner. Comes off Powell. If Rodon's taking this corner again from the right-hand side, we need quality this time. His last one was poor. Comes in this time. It's a bit better on this time. Comes to the back of the box. Strauch was there, but he slipped and the ball went past him. Been retrieved by Solomon. Played in by Tanaka. Headed away to the edge of the box. Rothwell just lets it run away from him. It's crowded out and it's played out to the right-hand side. He's not going to keep that in, though. Smith. Leeds releasing the ball quickly again, getting it quickly across to Jaden Bodler on the right-hand side. Maybe they've decided that there's a bit more space down this right-hand side than there is on the left. Strout tries to play Solomon in with a long ball. It only hits the guy in front of him as Q.P.R picked the ball up. Again, poor passing from Strout, who's not been at his best so far in this game. Powell has the ball now, tries to lay one down the line. It goes straight up in the air. It's a bit of head tennis in the middle of the pitch, but Leeds win the ball back. Aronson, nobody with him though. Sato wins the ball back off him, but then Bogle helps Aronson and wins the ball back. Can get Dan James in, and it's a poor ball by Bogle. That was such an easy pass on that inside right position. James was free, and that was awful pass by Bogle. He hit it far too straight down the goalkeeper's throat. Just need to give it a bit of width to the right-hand side, and James was in. Edwards gives it away. Tanaka has it now in the centre circle. Spreads it out to the right-hand side to Dan James. Bogle's with him in support. Dan James puts his cross in early to the back post, but there's nobody there. And Q.P.R hack it back upfield. It's all the way through to Melier, who's well out of his goal, and he gets the ball going forward again. Tanaka coming deep for it, as he did on Wednesday. Rodon against Dan James on the right. Comes back inside. And then he's beaten to the ball. Frey gets it and then gets it stuck between his legs, and then it goes out for a throw. Comes out to Fairpaw on the left-hand side. Back to Strauch. Rodon. Tanaka on the right-hand side. Bit of space in front of him. Gives it to Bogle, who's got to get James in, and he does get James in. Dan James turns. Plays it inside to Aronson. Aronson's cross is blocked. And then trying to retrieve the ball, he knocks Powell over. Free kick. It's just a hand on his back, but Powell felt that and then just decided to fall over. Clever by the Q.P.R left back. Just relieves the pressure a bit because Q.P.R is certainly slowing the game down whenever they can. Free kick still not taken yet. It's Nardi, and he's taken his time with it. Eventually, it goes long and right. Headed in field. Cleared away by Strout for a throw. Is it going to be Smith who's going to take another long throw? Looks like it. Second short, though. Everybody had retreated and they took it short. Smith's got space now. Chips one into the back post. It's headed in and it's 2-0. And that was awful by Leeds. Cook scores for Q.P.R and Leeds are 2 down. And that's awful. There was no marking there. Smith between them on that far side from that long throw. They worked it short. Smith got round the back and he had acres and acres of space to pick out a man, and he did do. He picked up Cook and he put it in the near post. It goes in off the post. And what are Leeds doing? I mean, the Cook who stood on his own, almost on the penalty spot there, with a free header. Who's marking him? Who's doing the marking for Leeds? Now, this becomes difficult for Leeds now. And you can see the similarities between Leeds and the Portsmouth game, that Leeds have been outworked, outfought, outbattled for the ball. And they've got to match them for work rate, and at the moment they're not. And they've been loose at the back, they've been loose with the passing, and they deservedly are 2-0 down. Ball goes to Frey. Chipped forward for Fairpaw. Fairpaw hooks it out for the throw. Over on the far side, level with the 18-yard box. Smith, this time, is he possibly going to take the long throw? Fooled Leeds last time. Not going to fall for that again. Solomon's there this time. The throw comes in. It's headed away by Strouk, but it's up in the air and headed back into the box. Headed away by Strouk a second time. And then Solomon, well, he had a chance to run away, but his first touch was poor. And it's played all the way back to Nardi, who drives one long straight away. Strouk heads the ball out. Fairpaw tried to keep it in, couldn't do it. Pirro, And it's the throw on the halfway line on the far side, the right-hand side for Q.P.R. It's going to be Cook with this throw. Goes down the line. Ball goes to Smith on the far side. He wins the throw. And I guess being just 5 yards from the corner flag on that right-hand side, it's going to be another long throw. And again, you know, slowing the game down. Smith had a ball there. He threw the ball away and wanted another one to take a long throw. He had one in his hands. And it comes now. Almost goes through there. Frey complained and said that he had a penalty there, but the referee's having none of that. And then he goes and gives Rodon a push. You can see he'd lost his head for a moment there, Frey. Luckily, he didn't get much of a push on Rodon. And away we go. Fairpo to Solomon on that far side, that right-hand side for Leeds. He comes inside, plays the ball into the middle to Aronson. Aronson on the edge of the box, stumbles, goes down. Free kick given. He must have fell on the ball, did Aronson, and handballed it. Frey tried to hook the ball back, diving backwards, did Frey, and complaining that it was a penalty. There was nothing there. Nardi taking his time with his goal kick again. They really are slowing the play down. He takes it now. Long kick. Looking for Frey. Frey's battling with Strauch again. He's got his hands full of Strauch. Wins the header though. Played forward, headed away by Fairpo. Aronson. Good play between them and Pirro. He's away down the right-hand side. Gives it to Bogle. Bogle has a shot from the corner right-hand side of the box. It's a difficult shot, is that, and it goes sailing over the bar. But it's only the second attempt on goal that Leeds have had, and they have none on target so far. You've got to expect Bogle to do better there. Not a better shot, but be more creative. Let his attacking players, his teammates, get up and support him. Nardi with a goal kick. Long one again. Played away by Tanaka into the middle of the field there. Aronson is dragged down, or was it? Yeah, it was Aronson was dragged down. Dragged down by Colback. Free kick on the halfway line to Leeds. It's not even subtle by Colback, that. Manhandling Aronson. Strauch has the ball. Thank you. Fairport, back to Strauch. Just outside his own area now. Leeds have been forced backwards. Rodon comes across to the right to Bogle. Bogle's closed down by Sato. Goes long down the left-hand side, the right-hand side. Ball's headed back to Powell. Powell brings the ball forward. Bogle's fouled. It's not even subtle by Anderson. It just puts his arms around him and throws him down. And he didn't even get a free kick, Bogle. What did the ref see there that the rest of us didn't? It just pushes him over. How did Anderson get away with that? Rodon heads the ball out from the throw that Q.P.R should never have had. Powell fakes to take the throw and then doesn't. Gives it to Smith, who again gives it back to Powell, who's not in the right place, so he has told to come back. That's wasted about a minute already so far. Played inside to Sato, back to Powell, back to Sato. Sato's lost the ball though. Dan James trying to come away with it. His pass is deflected away for a throw. Bogle urgently going to take this one. There's no one moving for him. Still not taking it yet, Bogle. Still waiting for some movement. He throws it into the middle of the pitch. It's Fairpo plays it forward. He's looking for Aronson, but Aronson couldn't get there. Tanaka plays this one forward. Pirro has it. Pirro's lost it. Then wins it back in midfield. Solomon gets it from... He's cutting across the box. Gives it to Tanaka. Bogle tries to turn inside and the ball goes out for a corner. Rothwell involved there. He's got to get involved more as Rothwell. He's got to dominate that midfield because at the moment we're not creating much. Solomon's going to take this one from the right-hand side, so they've changed from the usual Rothwell on to a Solomon run. Taken short. It's crossed to the back post by Solomon. There's a man goes down. Strauch went down. Didn't claim anything. No claim for penalty. But you can virtually guarantee there's a penalty every corner because they're all dragging each other down and manhandling each other, but the referee chooses to not see it. 6 minutes to go. Pirro lays it back. It's meant for Rothwell, but it ends up with Bogle, who gives it to Rothwell. Gives it to Rodon. Strauch. Strauch gets it back. Played forward. Pirro plays it across to Solomon first time. He plays it to Aronson. Aronson gives it to Tanaka. He plays it inside to Pirro. There's no space in front of Pirro, but he gives it to Solomon. Solomon's got a bit of space. And Leeds are going to score, and they have scored. And Leeds have got one back. Now, did that go into the back of the net? It doesn't matter how it went in. Leeds are back in the game. It's never a bad time to score, but that's a great time to score. Yeah, go on, Cook. You've been booked already. Keep going. Get yourself sent off. There's no offside there. Who puts it in? Fairpo doesn't touch it. Fairpo puts the ball in. Bogle was offside at the back post, but he didn't touch it. Fairpo gets the touch and there's no offside there. Bogle never touched it. See at the back post there, as Fairpo touches the ball in, Bogle is offside, but Bogle doesn't touch it, and it goes into the back of the net. It's a legitimate goal, and Leeds are back in it. Frey has the ball, but he was offside. The play goes on, but the flag is up. Leeds really needed that. Free kick just on the edge of the box. Melier plays it quickly out to the right to Rodon. He goes back to the opposite side to Strauch, who lays it on to Fairpo. Fairpo plays the ball for Solomon, who comes short. Being forced back. Goes to Strauch again. Tanaka back to Strauch. Rothwell plays out to the right. Rodon with a bit of space in front of him now. Lays it out to Dan James. Dan James gets over the top for Bogle. It's again overhit. And Leeds have got to improve that passing in the second half. Several times they've opened the Q.P.R defence up and the passes have been overhit. Goal kick goes long. Rodon wins the header. It's flicked on in the middle by James. Dan James in the middle now. He's almost getting Q.P.R in. Ball's been taken off him. A free kick. Fairport bangs into the back of Smith. Smith holding his arms out. Just get on with it, Smith. You've committed plenty of fouls yourself. Get on with it. Q.P.R coach still having a go at the fourth official for that goal, but if he sees it at half time, he'll see that it was not an offside goal. Fairport wins the header as it's played forward. Q.P.R tries to flick it on, but it's to nobody, and it comes back at Leeds. And the throw is given to Q.P.R on the right hand side. Throw's taken quickly. Frey flicks it inside to Anderson. Fairport gets in there and clears it. It's picked up in the centre. Pal, under pressure from Dan James, lays it back to Nardi, who's out of his goal. Dan James trying to put the pressure on. He drills it out to the right hand side. It's well gathered in. Goes out to the right hand side now. Ball's crossed into the middle. There's a free header there by Frey on the penalty spot again. Who was marking him? These have got to sort out this marking in the box. His header was gently into the arms of Melier, but he was on his own again. They've got to talk more, centre halves. Rodon and Strauch talk to each other. Melier should be telling him. He can see what's going on. He should be pointing out who wants marking. Bogle has the ball to Rothwell. Rothwell gives it across to Tanaka and goes out to Fairport. Solomon, last few seconds. Ball's going to be cleared away from that box. Gives it back to Strauch. Back to Tanaka. Don't know how much added time's going to be on. There won't be much, maybe a minute. Fairport to Solomon. 2 minutes. Solomon goes down under the challenge. It's drilled down the pitch. Anywhere will do for Q.P.R. Rodon. Rothwell crossing the halfway in the centre circle. Q.P.R. are not coming out to put the pressure on. They're going to settle for a 2-1 at half time. Tanaka plays it inside. It's Fairport. His first touch is poor. And the ball comes through to Frey. It's a ball down the line. Smith was on the run. Anderson acrobatically kicks it forward. It's picked up by Q.P.R though on the halfway line. He's under a lot of pressure, pushed in the back. And the tackles are flying in again by Frey. He seems to have lost his head this half. Luckily, he didn't make no contact again. Bogle. Bogle tries to play a ball through. It hits Sato in front of him and goes out for a throw. Takes the throw quick to Rothwell. Into the last minute, Rodon plays it across to Strauch. Strauch is going to give it to Manos Solomon. He does give it to Manos Solomon. And he steps on the ball and it goes out for a throw. Probably typical of Solomon's last 2 or 3 games. There's 15 seconds left. Q.P.R again not in a hurry to take it. Throw comes in long. Strauch wins the header, goes out for a throw, back in the Q.P.R half. And the ref brings it to an end. Half time. So Leeds have got themselves back into it, but you've got to say that the defence haven't covered themselves in glory in that first half. Aronson was at fault for the first goal for Sato, and then Cook, well, he was stood on the penalty spot. when the ball was crossed, and he headed it in off the post with no challenge, no one anywhere near him. And you've got to say that the back four, probably the centre-backs and Meslier, are not communicating with each other and letting each other know where the spare men are and who needs to be marked where. More communication, more awareness. But Leeds are back in it, luckily, but they are. And it's all to play for Leeds. And surely they can't play as bad as that in the second half. Daniel Farker will be giving them the hairdryer treatment, no doubt. It's certainly been said before that these 12:30 games don't suit Leeds whatsoever. But the EFL just seem to keep loading them on Leeds. But I guess that's just the way it is when you're at the top. But Leeds need to get a win out of this game to put the pressure on Sheffield United, who are playing tomorrow with a 5-point gap. But at the moment, they are losing. Get your thoughts in the live chat. If you want to join in the live chat, let us know what you think about that first half. Let us know what you think about Leeds gifting Q.P.R 2 goals, really. I know Sato's goal was a good strike, but Aronson gave him it on the left-hand edge of the box. And Sato just struck it first time with a curling shot that went in the far post. Poor by Aronson. And you've got to say that our front few haven't been in the game so far. Q.P.R's not seen a great deal of the ball. And Manor Solomon, when he's had the ball, he's stepped on it a couple of times and the ball's squirmed away from him. They're certainly working hard at the defence for Q.P.R. But we knew that. That's what teams do. That's what Portsmouth did last week and we couldn't handle it. And we certainly can't afford to let Q.P.R out-battle us and take 3 more points off us. Let's just have a look at the Millwall game. That's got to half-time and that's 0-0 between Millwall and Stoke. So that's the only game besides this one that's underway at the moment. Get your thoughts in the live chat if you want to. Let us know. We can discuss whatever we've seen so far in this half and what we expect from the second half. My prediction at the beginning was a 2-0 win to Leeds. Well, that's gone already. Just need to settle for a win for Leeds now. It's not been the greatest of performances, but it can only get better. And Leeds are back in it now. That's the main thing. They're back in it. If they'd gone in at half-time 2-0 down, I'd have been worried about it. But at 2-1, they're right back in the game now. Quick slurp of tea. I mean, if you look at the possession stats as well, Leeds have had 65% of the possession. And Q.P.R have had to do all the defensive work. And yet they found themselves 2-0 up thanks to Leeds' lack of concentration. Sprinklers are on at Loftus Road. I'm just looking at the chances. Early chance to Q.P.R that he blazed over the bar. It's from a long way out. I mean, it was from 20 yards out. Maybe more, maybe 23 yards out. The goal that they scored, Sato cutting in from the left-hand side, gave it to Aronson, who just laid it back into his path. It was a perfect setup. You've got to say about that shot that go in there. I mean, you have a look at it, and a lot of people have been blaming Meslier for goals. But if you look at that, it's not high into the top corner. Not high into the top corner at all. It was over the top of Meslier, and his dive seemed to be a bit low. Let's have a look at that one again. Yeah, it was savable height, and I don't know how it went past him. Looking at that now, it's maybe one that you would have thought Melier should probably have saved. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think if you're watching the game as well and you've seen that shot. Am I being harsh on Melier? That cut goal from the header. Leeds fell for it with Smith lining up to take a long throw from that right-hand side, and Leeds backed off and they played it short, and then Smith got round the back there and had so much time to put his cross in. And even then, Cook was stood on the penalty spot with no one marking him, and he just picked his spot and headed it in off the far post. And you've got to say that Leeds just fell asleep. Just looking at the Leeds goal, there was a lot of hoo-ha about being offside, but Jayden Bogle, who may have been offside at the far post, didn't touch the ball. Fairpole put the ball in. And even if there had been VAR, that goal would have been allowed because Bogle didn't touch the ball. He was offside. He was a yard offside when the ball went across, but he didn't touch it. Fairpole put it in, and he was not in an offside position. Good cross by Manor Solomon right across that 6-yard box. Well played in by Q.P.R. A lot of work for Leeds to do. I mean, Q.P.R. are not going to make this easy for Leeds in the second half. I would imagine that Leeds again are going to dominate the possession in the second half, and it's whether they can open Q.P.R. up. Whether they can keep Q.P.R. out is maybe the more relative. Some sort of presentation going out on the pitch there, maybe for ex-players lining up or whatever. Can't quite see what it is. As the coverage goes to another break. Get your thoughts in on the live chat. Let us know what you think. What do we need from this second half from Leeds? How do we need to improve things? How do we need to be able to open Q.P.R. up? We need to get Daniel James in. But I think Daniel James on the right-hand side has got to look to go around his man on the outside and hit that byline. He seems to be cutting in and he's just running into traffic because it's a packed midfield for Q.P.R. And when he comes inside, that's exactly what they want. Same with Manor Solomon on the opposite side. We need them to go round the man on the outside and get to the byline with these crosses. And don't come inside because it's too congested. And Q.P.R. has had no space whatsoever when he's had the ball at his feet. He's had no space to turn. We've got to stretch the game out wide. Thanks to everyone who's been watching so far. It's half time. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button. Just helps the channel grow. If the channel grows just that little bit more each time, I'll be able to produce more and more content. More and more content, more and more better content. So if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. And get your comments in. I always like to read your comments if you've got anything to say about the game so far. any of the good comments, we'll put on the screen for everybody else to see, and then they can discuss them as well. With Leeds scoring that goal late in that first half, I do still expect Leeds to win it, but they've got to improve the defence. Just get the second half timer ready. Just bear with me a sec. Just set that to 0. There we go. All ready for the second half. If we look at the table as it is at the moment, as it stands at the moment, played a game more, only 2 points in front. Sheffield United could go in front legitimately. If they win tomorrow, Burnley still couldn't catch us. As far as Q.P.R are concerned, I mean, if they won this game today, that's probably their place in the Championship secured for the next season. But still a long way to go. Melier didn't stand a chance for that second goal. Can't blame him for that one. Can't be far off the teams coming out again. Must be a bit chilly there, because if you're in the shade, I think at Loftus Road there, it's a bit chilly because there's plenty of thick jackets with hands in pockets, and under the lower tier that's in the sun, I think people are quite enjoying that. Be interesting to see whether there's any changes. I don't think Leeds will make any changes, having just got back into the game. Daniel Farco certainly have given them a bit of a rock, especially that defence. It's been the cornerstone of Leeds' success, not conceding goals, and yet they've conceded 2 silly goals this game. Officials coming out, so I get the players will be out shortly. Leeds subs are having a runabout. Coverage just showing that Leeds goal again. Was that an own goal? Just looking at that again, Fairpo hit it towards the goal, but it might have gone in off a defender, that. Let me know in the chat what you think, people. Was it an own goal? Possibly so. I think it's been given for Fairpo, but it might be reviewed later on. The Q.P.R team are out for the second half anyway. There's a bit of a breeze blowing out there. I don't know whether Leeds will be playing with that breeze on their backs this second half. We shall see. On comment there from Leeds. Come on, Leeds, from Premier League Stats and Facts. Obviously a Leeds supporter. Nonto is on at half time. Don't know who he's on for. Aronson. Not surprised. He's run out of steam as Aronson in the last few games. We are back underway. Ball goes long again. Headed away by Strauch. Beats Frey to it. Strauch again clears the ball. Dan James on the far side. Lets the ball run out. It'll be a throw to be taken by Bogle. Just hearing on the commentary there that it was an own goal by Morgan Fox there. It wasn't a Fairpo goal, as I thought. Doesn't matter though, it's a goal that Leeds needed. Ball goes down the right-hand side for Q.P.R. Frey goes up, he's beaten to it by Strauch. And Saito wins it. Frey tries to get Saito back in, but Tanaka wins the ball. Goes forward, Rothwell battling for it. Smith picks the ball up, turns it inside. Don't know what sort of pass that was, but it didn't go to Smith. Smith saying, get it down the line. Goes out for a throw to Leeds. Fairpo's going to take it. Rothwell gives it back to Fairpo. Fairpo goes down to Strauch. Strauch is hit late by Frey. Frey again gets away with it. And the ball comes into the box by Frey. It's one across the goal. Drags it wide of that far post, but Frey putting himself about and getting away with a few kicks in the back. Laid in by Anderson. Meslier looked like he had his angles right there to save the ball if it had been on target. Rodon and Strauch are just having a word with the referee about the persistent fouling by Frey. He's getting away with it, and I can understand that. They certainly gave Pascal Strauch a smack in the back there that allowed him to get away. And the referee's got to pick them up. He's been a bit poor as the referee when it comes to a few of the decisions that he's let go so far. Q.P.R have certainly been very physical. Pirro can't keep that in. That's a poor kick by Meslier. Frey flicks it on. Rodon heads it out. Nonto tries to get up there, can't manage it. Saito has the ball, lays it inside to Anderson. Anderson, under pressure, gets it back to Saito. James battling for it. Still got it of Q.P.R, but Nonto comes away down that right side and he's chopped down. Again, another poor foul by Q.P.R, but they're getting away with these so far. And again, it's Anderson. Edwards it was this time. Apologies to Anderson. Another foul there. Tanaka goes long and left. Not going to get to that one. Fairpo's very deep, but he's not going to win the headers against the centre-backs of Q.P.R. there. Leeds have got to be more progressive and more creative than that. Ball goes down the right-hand side. Flicked inside. Frey goes down with a loud scream. Nothing given. Play goes on. Bogle on the far side, the right-hand side. Has to check back. Gives it to Rothwell. Rothwell comes across to Tanaka. Solomon goes to put across to the back post. It's a great cross and it flicks away from Pirro's head. It's a great cross and well defended. Goes out for a throw on the far side. Nonto's going to take it. Rothwell comes across to Strauch. Strauch's going to give it back to Rodon. Rothwell comes inside, gives it to Nonto. Nonto turns, plays a ball inside right. It's a great ball again. It's Dan James. Comes in, Solomon has his day shot and Leeds have scored the rebound and it's Jayden Bogle and Leeds have equalised. Solomon's shot was blocked by the goalkeeper's feet, but the rebound came up to Bogle and he put it in the corner of the net and Leeds are level. Just a started Leeds one. Great start. Back level. Back in the game. Jayden Bogle doesn't often score, so that's a valuable goal from him. It's a fantastic ball by Nonto inside right possession to Dan James. His cross was flipped up into the air, came down to Solomon, who hit it first time. The goalkeeper saved it with his feet. The rebound came out to Bogle, and he tucked it in the corner of the net. And Leeds are right back in this. And Hersai says Leeds won't give up, and she's absolutely right. Leeds won't give up. It means too much to Leeds, does this. And you would hope that they'll go on to win the 3 points now. Q.P.R. have the ball on the right-hand side, though. It's going to be a long throw from Smith. Long throw comes in. It's flicked on. Oh, what a save by Melier. Wow, that was point-blank range on the 6-yard box. And then the Leeds get a foul when Nonto's brought down on the edge of the box. Melier makes a great save there. Smith gets it in. Yeah, from point-blank range from, what was it? Cook. But again, poor defending at the near post, just a couple of yards out. Cook managed to beat the defenders to the ball. That close. Melier's reactions were brilliant there. He kept Leeds in it. Ball goes long. Q.P.R. goes up, can't beat it. Rothwell heads the ball forward. Nonto's beaten to it. Rothwell picks the ball, flicks it up in the air. Nonto can't get that. Fairpo's going to let the ball go out. That's Bogle, gives it to Nonto. Nonto turns, gets it to Dan James again. The cross comes in. They were appealing for offside with Q.P.R. and it wasn't. Leeds on top now there. Really putting the pressure on. It's a throw to Q.P.R, but it's on their own right-hand side. And it's only about 6 or 7 yards away from the corner flag. Dunn's going to go long down the line, and he does. But Strauch wins the header. It's played inside to Rothwell. Rothwell gets out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle's got Dan James inside. He gets it. Dan James turns inside. Bit of space for him to run into. Lays it out to the left-hand side to Fairport, but his pass is poor. But it's cleared down the line by Dunn, but only goes out for a throw to Leeds. Melier has the ball. Rodon gives it to Rothwell. There's a run down the line. Inside left position is Pirro. Pirro gives it out to Dan James. Pirro's made the run forward and gets the ball, then loses out. Ball's played inside to Frey. Frey tries to get the ball back and then commits a foul on Pirro. And the referee gives it the opposite way. Then Pirro gives Fairport a push. Not Pirro, Frey. Ball goes long. It's over everybody's head and bounces through to Melier. Leeds can get the ball coming back down this left-hand side with Fairport galloping down the left-hand side over the halfway line. But Solomon gives him the ball. Fairport's continued his run, but Solomon's played it inside to Nonto. Nonto's got to give it to Fairport. Fairport's cross is cleared away. It was Parlow who cleared it away, and that was just waiting to be turned in at the back post by Pirro. And Leeds are really playing well now. Nonto, fantastic. Corner to Leeds. Is it Rothwell from the left-hand side, right-footed in-swinger, and it comes now. Near post, it's flicked on and then put away for another corner. Oh, shake your hand. Like this. Don't shake your hand like that. It's a corner. Stop being a wimp. The decision has been reversed and it's given us a goal kick, but stop whining. You've got your decision. Just get on with the game. Nardi goes long. Great header by Fairport. Cleared high into the air. Pirro goes up for it. Still battling for it is Pirro. Goes out to Fairport. He's headed it back into the middle. Second header by Fairport. It's headed up again. Fairport goes up for a third header. And then there's given a foul as he climbing over the back of Anderson. It makes a change from him doing it to Leeds. It's only just inside the Leeds half on this right-hand side. It's 5 yards inside the Leeds half. It's going to be a long one from Anderson if he can reach that far. Into the box it comes. Melier comes for it and makes an easy catch and rolls it out straight away. And that's awful by Melier. Dan James was in plenty of space and Melier whipped that throw wide of him. Poor distribution by Melier. It's got to be better than that. The ball goes back to Nardi. He chips it out to the right-hand side. So it's free header for Fairplay. Brings it down on his chest and plays it inside. Q.P.R gives it to Rothwell, to Tanaka in the centre circle. He feeds it out to the right-hand side to Bogle, who's got a bit of space. Nonto comes in support. Bogle has to go back and leave it to Tanaka. Tanaka turns away from Frey. Plays it inside for Nonto. Nonto's got a lot of players around him. Gives it out to Rothwell. Rothwell comes back to the right-hand side. But Frey gets his foot in. Then it's cleared away, but it's a hurried clearance, and Leeds get the ball back on the right-hand side of the throw. Rodon plays it down the line. Dan James is hacked down. That's got to be a foul, That's Pal. He's got to get a booking for that. And he does get a booking. Quite deserved as well. Q.P.R have been quite physical today. And they've got away with a lot of fouls. He whips it past him and then Pal just chops him down. Under pressure, a Q.P.R now can Leeds take advantage and get in front. It's over on the far side, not just a couple of yards in from the far touchline. Rothwell's going to take this. It's only about 23 yards out. Great chance to put a good cross in. We need some quality from Rothwell this time. And it comes now. It's a free header for Strauch. It was a bit of a looping header that Nardi manages to catch at the back post quite easily. Nonso has the ball in midfield, gives it to Strauch. Strauch comes out to Fairpo. Fairpo is fouled by Smith. How many times have we said that today? Another foul by Smith. I mean, he's not getting the ball there, just chops him down. Rothwell gives it to James on the far side. Tries to go inside and almost got the ball. Dan James still managed to lose it though. Rothwell clears up. Strout hits it forward, catching the Leeds attackers retreating back, and it goes all the way through to Nardi. Strout wins another header. Ball drops at his feet and he lays it all the way back to Melier. Melier hits it forward. Dan James is not going to win that and he's held by Powell there again. Just waiting to see what the referee's given them. He's given a throw. There was a foul there that he didn't see. Ball's played out to this right-hand side. Q.P.R. Anderson lays it inside. Being forced back. Nardi, and he slices one high in the air and out for a throw. That's a poor clearance by Nardi and puts the pressure on his team. Fairpo takes the throw, goes back to Strauch. Just inside the Q.P.R half, gives it to Tanaka. He plays it inside to Rothwell, who turns, gives it back to Tanaka. Tanaka gives it to Strauch. Strauch to Fairpo. Fairpo plays it down the line for Solomon. And the ball goes out. It did go out, and that's a throw right next to the touchline on the left-hand side for Leeds. Non-foot to Fairpo. Solomon into the box, plays it inside to Leeds are going to score. You're there, going to get it. Fairpo broke into the 6-yard box. There's a lot of players in front of him. It looked like he had the chance to hit the ball, and then the referee saw the flag up and must have given offside. There was tackles flying in there as Q.P.R were desperate to keep Leeds out. Nardi, ball high down the right-hand side. Strauch has to retreat. Laid the ball back to Melier, who puts a good clearance in. Looking for Pirro, but Pirro can't make that. Fairpo clears the ball. Nonto sprays it out to the right-hand side for Bogle, who's got plenty of space to run into now. He's got Dan James with him. He gives it to Dan James. Bogle carries on with his run. Dan James goes round his man. Second man makes him check back. Gives it to Rothwell. Dan James has it back again. Dan James tries to nutmeg and go through, and then he fouls his man on the edge of the box. Dan James trying his best. It's Colback who he manages to foul on that left-hand side there, the Q.P.R left. "25 minutes to go, locked at 2-2. Nardi to take this free kick. High. Won by Rodon. Goes out for a throw to the Q.P.R. Inside their own half on the far side, the left-hand side. By the time he takes the throw, it's on halfway line. Ball goes out. Bogle saying, "I never touched it." The referee's given it as a throw to Q.P.R. It's further back than that, Mr. Saito. And then Powell walking 3, 4, 5 yards forward. Another yard. 6 yards, 7 yards before he takes the throw. Pascal Strauch. Too strong for Smith. Smith goes down. The ball goes out for a goal kick to Leeds. The ball's taken short, given to Rodon. Rodon plays it inside to Nonto. Nonto goes over and he's fouled. Edwards again. Nonto's been really good since he came on half-time. Ball goes out to Strauch. Back to the right side to Rodon. Rodon plays it inside to Dan James on the touchline. He plays it inside. Nonto looking for Bogle. He's under a lot of pressure to get that pass out to Bogle and just overhit it. If it had come off, Bogle would have been clear down that right-hand side. It's good play by Leeds. Showing a bit more adventure. Throw comes in. It's headed up in the air by Frey. Then there's a foul there by Sato. Rodon was going to go for the ball and he put his shoulder into him and knocked him over. Free kick. Rodon goes all the way back to Melier. Melier's going to give it to Strauch. Strauch's going to come across to Fairpo. Fairpo plays it inside to Solomon. Solomon turns. Gives it to Strauch. Strauch chips it down that left-hand side. Edwards touches it out of play and it's a throw to Leeds. Just short of the halfway line on the Leeds left-hand side. Fairpo is going to take it. He goes back to Strauch. Frey put him under pressure, so he's going to lay back to Melier. Melier's letting it bounce and then hits it high into the air. Pirro. Cook wins the header. It's knocked on by Colback. And Rothwell, his pass is intercepted by Sato, and Frey's got it now. Powell. Rothwell tidies up his mistake and puts the ball out for a throw. So throw to Q.P.R. though. Smith going across for the long one again. So Leeds can defend this better this time. All the big centre halves going up. On the left-hand side, it's just level with the 18-yard box, so he can reach. In it comes now. It's headed away by Q.P.R. Headed back in. Frey was offside though. Couldn't bring it under control, and Melia had caught the ball anyway and given offside. Leeds take the free kick quickly. Tanaka to Rothwell. Centre midfield, plenty of space to run into now. He gets out on the left to Solomon. He's got plenty of space now as well. Fairpo's overlapped him. Solomon cuts inside. Gives it to Nonto. It runs underneath Nonto's feet, but Tanaka can pick the ball up. Nonto's carried on to the right and got the ball back. Gives it to Dan James. Dan James tries to put Solomon in, who's cut all the way across to the far side of the pitch. Colback pucks the ball out and it's a throw to Leeds. Jaden Bogle's got it about 10 yards or so from the corner flag on the right hand side in the Q.P.R. half. He gives it to Nonto. Nonto gets it back to Tanaka. Tanaka goes in further back. Rothwell steps aside one challenge. Frey gets his foot in, but Rodon picks the loose ball up and gives it back to Tanaka. Tanaka lays it inside to Rothwell, who gets out to Nonto. Nonto drifting inside. Goes back to Rothwell. Rothwell to Rodon. Back to Rothwell. Inside to Tanaka. His first time ball. Almost flicked on by Tanaka. But Leeds pick the loose ball up again. Tanaka again with a bit of space. Gives it out to the left to Q.P.R. Bit of space on the left-hand side. Gives it to Solomon now. There's it back to Q.P.R. Q.P.R.'s got a chance to hit it now. He's bundled off it. And Q.P.R. scramble it away. Strout commits a foul just inside the Q.P.R. half and takes a booking for it. Smith goes down as if he's been shot. 19 minutes to go. Yeah, he just checked him. There's nothing more than that. He just stopped him from making his run past him, which is fair enough. But Smith went down as if he'd been shot by a sniper. Strout gets his yellow card for it. Another Q.P.R. player down in centre midfield. So not missing anything. So, well, we've got a break in play. If you're not a subscriber, please do go and subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Just helps the channel grow and helps me to be able to continue making good content for you. Do appreciate everybody who's supported the channel today. It's been a great attendance in the channel. I really do appreciate all your support. Hope you can join us tomorrow for the Carabao Cup final as well. It's Cook who's down in midfield there. Everybody just taking the chance to rehydrate. There is a winner here for one of these two teams, and it looks more likely to be Leeds. Leeds have dominated this second half. I don't know what the second half possession will be, but it'll be heavily in favour of Leeds. You're not missing anything at the moment. There's substitutions being made by Q.P.R. and Cook. Looks like he's maybe going off. Cook is going off. Dembele coming on. So Smith goes off as well. Dembele is coming on for Smith. Cook goes off and just see who's coming on for Cook. It's Morrison who comes on for Cook. So 2 changes for QPR. Leeds have made none so far. It's usually about this time, with 15 minutes to go, that Farker does make changes. We'll get that free kick now that Strauch conceded. Nardi's going to take it. It's only just short of the halfway line. He just chips one down the line. It's flicked inside. It's cleared away by Leeds. Dan James chasing across to the right-hand side to try and retrieve that ball. It's Paolo's under pressure, has to go back to his keeper. Paolo has the ball. Goes down the line, but he's played it straight out and it's a throw to Leeds. Leeds can get the pressure straight back on again. And that's another foul there. The referee has not given it. Solomon was dragged down to the floor. He had his arms around his waist and the referee just let it go on. Strauch gets the ball back. It's cleared by Rodon. Down the line. Headed up in the air again by Strauch and out for a throw. Referee's been poor at times. Got to be said. Q.P.R have it deep in their own half now. I think that was Morrison who played the ball forward. Dembele picks it up. Strauch brings him down. Free kick given. Strauch's got to be careful. He's been booked just recently. So, free kick in a dangerous position for QPR here. It's level with the right-hand edge of the 18-yard box, probably good 35 yards out, but a good angle to be able to put a ball in there and let the big guys attack this ball. So Leeds have got to be careful here. Ball is headed away by Tanaka, and Nonto's away down the right-hand side. Leeds are getting the men forward. Nonto plays it in. Dan James goes down, but Leeds do get the corner. Corner on the right-hand side. Rothwell going across to take it. We need quality from Rothwell. His crossing from set pieces hasn't been the best. 13 minutes to go, plus whatever added time there will. But there will be a bit of added time because there's been a couple of injuries. Can Leeds take the lead? Can Leeds pinch these 3 points? Rothwell. It's the one at the near post that's headed away straight away. It's another poor one that didn't beat the first man. Bogle hips it high into the air. It's headed forward again. Into midfield, Frey. Under pressure from Rodon. Leeds pick the ball up. Rothwell gets it out to Bogle on the right. He gives it to Dan James. Dan James immediately plays it down to Nonto. Nonto has to turn and go back. Bogle back to Rothwell. Rothwell to Nonto. Good ball out to Bogle. Bogle's got a chance to cross, and he does. Oh, and it's only just in front of Fairpo. And it dropped into the box on the edge of the 6-yard box, and there was no one there for Leeds to put it back in. And Nonto gets out to Bogle again. They've got another chance to cross one to the near post, and it's headed away. QPR desperate defending. That was a great ball by Bogle. And Leeds, there was nobody attacking that far post. Frey comes away with the ball, looking for an out ball. Plays it into the middle, and it's brought down by Fairpo and given to Strauch. Strauch gives it to Rothwell. Rodon back to Rothwell in the centre circle. Strauch drifting left. It's a Fairpo. Fairpo's under pressure, has to go back to Strauch. So Rodon goes to Tanaka. Back to Rodon. 10 minutes to go. Strauch. Fairpo. Into Rothwell. Rothwell gives it to Strauch. Strauch straight to Rodon. Rodon still in that centre circle, just short of the halfway line. Plays the ball through the centre to Nonto. Nonto gives it to Bogle. Bogle tries to get out to the right-hand side. James gets his foot in there. But the throw does go to Leeds. Leeds take it quickly with Nonto. Nonto battling for it. Does well to get it to Rothwell. Nonto's gone down injured. Referee says nothing again. Solomon lays it back to Fairpo. Fairpo lays it to Rothwell. Almost got it through to Fairpo in that inside left position. Tried to play a ball through there, and then he's fouled his Jaden Bogle by Saito in the centre circle. Bogle. Back to Rodon. Rothwell. Solomon got Fairpo with him. He's got to attack down that left-hand side. And Solomon's got a chance to put the ball into Fairpo. Fairpo to the near post, and it's almost flicked in by Nonto. It went loose at the back post, and it's hacked away by Pal. Surely one of those is going to get turned in by Leeds sooner or later. It's a throw to Leeds. Rothwell gets it to Rodon. Rodon gets it to James on the far side. Then James brings it under control. Cuts inside. Tanaka. James can get in there. It's a second dive in by Frey. Is he going to make a third? Yeah, it pulls Rothwell back. Is he going to get away with it? It doesn't. It's a free given against Frey. And how many times is he going to get away with him? In fact, he's not. He's going to get a yellow card this time. He's been at it all match. He should have had about 4 yellow cards by now. Eight minutes plus added time. Surely there's going to be one more. There's going to be one more clear-cut chance for one of these two teams. It's a matter of who can take it. I don't think Q.P.R have had a shot on goal this half. It's all been Leeds. You can only see Leeds winning this. They have a free kick, but there's an injury to, is it Anderson who's down there? It is Anderson. Breaking play, guys. If you are not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware of all our live streams. Next one is tomorrow, the Carabao Cup final, if you can join us for that. Looks like there's going to be more substitutions for Q.P.R, at least one. Looks like Anderson's maybe going off. So Anderson goes off. Leeds have had 72% of possession in this second half. Not a surprise at all. Madsen takes the place of Anderson. Leeds preparing subs by the looks of things. Ramazani. Mano Solomon to be replaced by Ramazani. don't look happy about it. Lost a bit of form as Ramazani and his position at the moment. Can he win it for Leeds? Dan James now puts a cross in. It's Q.P.R in for it, headed up and headed further out by Morrison. Rodon wins the header. It's picked up by Strauch. Strauch gets it to Tanaka. Tanaka's going to go out to the right-hand side. James. Bogle's inside, so is Tanaka. Tanaka puts a cross into the back post. It's too far for everybody there. Solomon not happy. He's cutting a lone figure there as he's walking off. It's bad body language from Solomon, that. You wouldn't expect that from him. You've been taken off, accept it. It's Nardi taking his time with this goal kick, as he has done all game. It's hit forward towards Q.P.R. Q.P.R battling for the ball. He's pushed in the back again. Tanaka to Saito. Dembele into the inside of the box. It's cleared away. Dembele might be able to reach that again, can it? No, he can't. It goes out for a throw. Well, Smith is off, so there's going to be no long throw this time, unless Dembele's got one. Not in any hurry to take it, Q.P.R. Dembele, who stood over the ball and has walked away and left it. Edwards, has he got a long throw? Possibly. Everybody's backed off. See what he can do. And it comes now. It's not a bad one. It's headed away into the box. It's come loose. There's going to be a shot here. It's well blocked by Strauch. He's done who had the shot at the near post. He managed to turn his man. It was Q.P.R who let his man go, and Strauch stretched and got his right foot to the ball and blocked it out for a corner. Dembele is going to take this from the right side, a left-footed in-swinger. Needs to be well defended by Leeds, and it comes now. It's at the near post, and it's punched out by Meslier. It comes back to Dembele, though. Ramazani in front of him. Dembele going one way, then the other. Plays a low one in. It's played out. There's a chance to get Ramazani away, but it was another poor long pass by Leeds. Fairport. Meslier comes out of his box and hits it high in the air, just to the halfway line. Q.P.R goes down, no foul given, and then once again Frey hits someone in the back who goes down. The referee gives nothing. It was Tanaka that time. Rodon on the right hand side. He plays it to Rothwell in centre midfield, coming forward, drifting across to the left, and checks back inside and goes back to Rodon. Rodon then goes back to Rothwell. Rothwell then sprays it to the left-hand side. Fairport's first time pass to Ramzani. Ramzani goes round his man to the edge of the box. Got a chance to cross it. To the near post, it's cleared away. Just the edge of the box. It's Tanaka. Tanaka's still got the ball. He has a shot. He slips. And he screws it wide. Yeah, just as he went to strike the ball, his left foot gave way and he slipped and the ball was screwed wide of the post. Probably in a similar position to the goal he scored on Wednesday. Must have fancied himself. Last couple of minutes plus any added time. Can Leeds get one more chance? Because it has been all Leeds, and that's a poor kick by Nardi. Gets it all wrong. It's kept in play. And the referee gives a foul. Frey goes down to waste a bit more time, then realises He's got the free kick and gets back up. It's just inside the Leeds half on the right-hand side. Nardi comes up to take it. Then leaves it, and it's like Pal's going to take it. Can Q.P.R win it? It was just typical, wasn't it? The Leeds have dominated the game 70%, and then they lose it in the last few minutes. Ball goes up, it's a foul there. Done on Rodon. Meslier wants to take the ball quick, the free kick, gives it to Rodon. Rodon goes back to Meslier. Mellier's going to go long left. Ramazan is going to put the pressure on there. And he almost does. Nonto tries to make a challenge there, and the referee gives a pretty poor free kick. If you're not allowed to make those challenges, then you're not allowed to tackle at all. The ones he's let get away, and then he gives those ones. 6 minutes of added time. There must be one more chance for one of these teams to win it. Daniel Farker on there is just saying how long they're taking to take this. Nardi, free header by Fairport. Throw to Leeds. Picture freezes. Typical. Back on it. Fairport's going to take the throw. He goes back. Strauch gives it to Meslier. Meslier slices one high in the air. That's a poor clearance. Fairport gets the header on it though. Q.P.R pick the ball up deep in the Leeds half. It was all the way back by Morrison to Nardi. Nardi drills it forward again. Over the top of everybody. Fairport's going to let that run out for a goal kick, and he does. Minute and a half into added time. 4.5 to go. Meslier taking his time and drives it to the right-hand side. Headed back by Pal. Frey has the ball, lays it back, looking for the run of Saito. Referee gives a free kick against Nonto by looks of things. Colback goes down. Chance for Q.P.R to lob another one into the box. Just inside the Q.P.R half on the far left-hand side. It's going to be a long one to sling it into the box from there. Meslier comes out. It's played short. It's a poor one. Dan James, and he's fouled by Saito when he was away. And Saito's going to get a yellow card for that. Red card. Wow. Inconsistent refereeing, I would say. I would thought that was just nothing more than a yellow card. He was away. Oh, that was right down the back of his Achilles. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Right down the back of his... Oh, look at that. That's an awful challenge. And he deserved his red for that. Right down the back of his Achilles. That was a terrible challenge. So Leeds have got the last 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes against 10 men. Can they take advantage of it? Ball plays high in the air. It's headed away. It's picked up or flicked in by Dan James. Q.P.R can't make that one. It's cleared away, claiming he was held. Rodon heads it forward. Dembele picks the ball up. Firpo takes it off him. Colback plays it in midfield out to the right-hand side. Strout hooks it away. One bounce into touch. The Q.P.R dugout still complaining about that, but when Moyes saw that Saito challenge, he completely deserved what he got there. It was an awful challenge. Q.P.R pulling out all the stops to stop this now. Rodon goes to Melier. He plays it into the middle. Rothwell with a lot of space gets out to Tanaka. Tanaka lays it out to the left. It's Firpo. Firpo first time down the line for Rodon. Ramazani tries to get across and it's blocked and it goes out for a corner to Leeds. A minute to go. Can Leeds pinch this? One last chance. Rothwell comes across. His crossing has been awful from set pieces. Can he deliver a perfect one this time? Rothwell, his arm in the air. Got to deliver it. Joe Rothwell taking his time. The referee's seen a bit of pushing in the box. He's telling him, why are you telling him? If the pushing goes on, just blow up for a penalty. The rules are the rules. You don't need to warn them every time. Rothwell now with a corner. Awful again. Didn't beat the first man at the near post and it's headed away. And Dembele's picked the ball up on halfway. Goes out to the left. Queen's Park Rangers are away down that left-hand side. He gets it into the middle. It's played away again. It comes to Frey on the right-hand side. He's waiting for support to come round. Dunn. Trying to turn in the box. He's away on. He gets the ball in, high into the air. Frey. The ball's head into the air. Still on the 6-yard box. And then offside flag goes up. And Leeds are under severe pressure there with time up. Leeds have persisted in letting Rothwell take these goal kicks. And this pressure where Leeds could have conceded here was all thanks to a poor delivery by Rothwell again. And the game is over. That's it. Not the result that Leeds wanted. There's only one thing about it. Leeds were 3 points in front of Sheffield United. So with a superior goal difference, Sheffield United still, if they win tomorrow, cannot go above Leeds. But it's another 2 points dropped. And Leeds won't be happy with that against a team who had lost 5 out of the last 6. They dominated the second half, did Leeds, and just couldn't find that winner. Thanks to everyone who's joined us today for our live watch. And if you can join us tomorrow, the next one will be the Carabao Cup final tomorrow afternoon. And before you do leave the channel, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button as well, just to help the channel grow a bit. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're going to enjoy the rest of your day. We'll end the live stream here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.